Now, Governor DeSantis says he's going to shoot people stone cold dead at the border, and he's going to send the U.S. Army into Mexico. Let me guarantee you two things. One, he's not going to shoot people stone cold dead at the border. And two, the promise to send the American military into Mexico will be fulfilled as soon as the wall that we got promised 8 years ago across the entire border gets built. We got 52 miles of wall in 4 years. I tell you this, and he told us the Mexicans were going to pay for it, right? I think the Mexicans may have paid for it if they knew he was only going to build 52 miles, right? So, first thing is, you're right, it's complicated. Let me explain how complicated it is. In the last 11 months, our Customs and Border Patrol officers have averaged 200,000 encounters a month of people trying to get over the border. 200,000 a month. Do you know how many detention beds we have at the border? 38,000. Now look, I went to law school because I couldn't do math or science, but even I can figure that out. 200,000 encounters a month, 38,000 beds. It is not about sending the army into Mexico. It is not about shooting people dead when they try to come over the border. It's a combination of a bunch of things. So let me tell you the 5 things I would do. Number 1 is on first day, I would sign an executive order sending National Guard to the border to help Customs and Border Patrol. Let them deal with the illegal immigrants trying to come in. Let the National Guard deal with the drug dealers. That's number 1. Because remember, we had 110,000 Americans die of an overdose last year. It's now the number 1 killer among young men 18 to 34 years old. We've got to deal with that problem. Secondly, I would add 10,000 Customs and Border Patrol officers inside the first year. They are overwhelmed by the number of people who are coming over. They need help, and we need to add to it. Third, how about this? Let's say we capture somebody who's trying to come in illegally, and we're going to have an asylum hearing, right? Because they're entitled to an asylum hearing if they're claiming that they're escaping political persecution. You know how long it takes to get an asylum hearing now? 4 years. 4 years. So what do? Right, we release. Hold on a second. Hold on now. I want you to get the 70,000 donors and get on the debate stage. Then you and I can have some fun. We'll be good. Look, you're going to wind up waiting 4 years. What happens is these folks get released, and then we tell them to come back to El Paso in 4 years. Not happening. They're never coming back. We need to triple the number of immigration judges to be able to get that number, that asylum hearing number, down to below a year, so that you can detain people appropriately. Fourth, on detention, double the number of detention beds. Let's get real. If we're getting 200,000 encounters, we can't have 38,000 beds. Otherwise, we're just going to be releasing people into the country and letting them stay here, and they're not coming back for their hearing. And we got that problem. Last, we need to get an immigration laws and systems here, and the president's got to be willing to put his credibility on the line for it. We need to have a merit-based system to come in and legally immigrate to this country. We have 6 million open jobs in this country right now. And if in this economy we have 6 million open jobs, that means those are jobs that Americans either can't do or won't do. We want to grow our economy and continue to grow at a much faster pace than we're doing now, which will also help the debt. We got to get people to come in and do those jobs, but we shouldn't just be letting people indiscriminately in. What are your skills? And what are our needs? And bring them in based upon skills and needs, right? Because here's the thing. What we've got to do is look at how we grow our economy, how we protect our border together.